Damn, Kyle, you going off.
Hold on.
You need to leave.
Bruh.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Cam back with another YouTube video, and today, man, we're gonna be checking out another Jordan Peterson video. This one's called Jordan Peterson destroys Will Smith's open marriage myth. Must see. It said I must see, man, so I had to add it to the playlist, bro. So let's see what he talking about in this one, man. Let's see what Jordan talking about. Let's get it. And before the video starts, bitch, you gotta smash the like button right now. Subscribe if you're new. Let's get it. I think y'all said do this and click that and then press play.
So Will Smith was recently interviewed by GQ, in which he opens up a bit about his life, specifically his marriage. Now, of course, at this point, everyone in the world kind of knows about Will Smith's marriage.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement.
I think you need to say clearly what happened.
And I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, you know, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing, and I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life.
Wow.
You know, and I truly and really
I can't wait to see what Jordan got to say, man. That's
loved
great.
and have a ton of love for her.
That is not the point of this video. What he does with his life is totally up to him.
Yeah.
But he made some few comments about open marriage that I think we need to think about, and we can have a kind of a discussion on. And I would love to get what your guys' thoughts on this is. So in the interview, he says this specifically. He says that for the large part of our relationship, monogamy was what we chose, not thinking of monogamy as the only relational perfection. He further said, we have given each other trust and freedom with the belief that everybody has to find their own way. And marriage for us can be a prison. I don't suggest this road for anybody, but the experiences and the freedoms we've given one another and the unconditional support, to me, is the highest definition of love. And he says that this kind of a marriage is the highest definition of a love. In our generation, where we're seeing a lot of this, you know, being popular, even amongst people that are single as well. And that's why I really believe it is important to have this conversation as well. And I want to play a clip by Jordan Peterson kind of talking about this particular issue. Okay. And then after this, guys, leave me your comments down below what you think about this and where do you stand with this as well. So enjoy the rest of this clip.
Please give your perspective on why polyamory is bad for the individual and society. Well, I think the fundamental reason is, there's a bunch of reasons. I mean, the first is society seem to function better, that is, less violently, let's say, when there's one woman per man. If there's many women per man, there aren't many women for every man. There are a handful of men, let's say a minority of men, a Pareto distribution of men who have a disproportionate number of women, and a lot of men who have none. And those aren't happy men, let's put it that way. They're men who are very likely to get up to no good very rapidly. So there's that. Then I would say the women who, let's say a man has many women, and let's say he's a desirable man for that matter, just for the sake of argument, if he has a variety of women, then those women don't have much of him. So they don't get to establish a real individual relationship with him because it's going to be fragmentary. And I don't believe that that's satisfying for people. I think that what you want, as much as you possibly can, is to have people around you with whom you can weave your life together over the short term, medium term, and long term, it adds depth to your life in a way that almost nothing else can. And so what you do, and so I've been speaking more about permanent polyamorous relationships. You might ask, well, what about sequential ones where, which is in some ways indiscriminable from, from just casual sleeping around. I think the problem with that is that to sleep around casually is to imply that sex is casual. To imply that sex is casual is to assume implicitly that it can be divorced from the rest of life, emotional life, motivational life, values, all of that. And you can divorce it, but you pay a big price for that. I think the price you pay is like the virtual. The word psychopathic keeps leaping to mind. Yeah, good old Freud. You have to reduce a person to the casual pleasure of a transient sexual interaction in order to sleep around casually. And I think that once you establish that as a habit with sex, which is a deep experience, if you'll do that with sex, which is a deep experience, then, and you learn how, then what makes you think that won't transfer to everything else that you do? I don't see how it can fail to. So, you could say, well, monogamy isn't a very good solution. It's like, well, life is a sexually transmitted disease with a 100% fatality rate too. There's lots of really complex problems for which we only have the best answer we can come up with, which is not a utopian answer, but I would say, and I think the evidence supports this as well, that stable monogamy is the best solution that we know of, and it's also the minimum necessary requirement for the stability of children. So, polyamory, it's wrong. It's wrong. It makes men violent. It increases inequality in the manner that makes things dangerous. It makes it impossible for women to have a deep relationship with men.
Okay.
It makes it,
I feel that.
it facilitates the, what would you call it? The transformation of sex into something casual, and then that spills out into the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It deprives the people who engage in it of the opportunity of establishing a stable, long-term, mutually satisfying. It's more than that. Mutually beneficial relationship. Because a good marriage, the people in it gain more than. They're more than twice as good, right? The benefits aren't precisely linear, so you lose that. It destabilizes the situation for children. There you go, man. That's a lot of things that aren't good. That's for sure.
Oh wow, I want to read some of the comments on this, and then I will let y'all go on, bro. I swear. Polyamory makes men violent. Aged flawlessly. Wow, it did. Oh my goodness, it aged flawlessly. Cause we're gonna end it right there with that. I didn't even need to read them. I didn't even need to read a lot of them. Yeah, man, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. Oh my goodness. Man, wow, that was flawless. That aged beautifully. Okay, yeah, man, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you felt about this video, man. And I'll see y'all in the next video, man. Peace.